don't got no financial advisor. Like, to anybody that's in the league playing these sports, I'll say fire your financial advisor.
You might have to take notes on this bitch. Hey, welcome back to the Famous and Wealthy Podcast, man. Today we sponsored by Sway Hydration. Make sure y'all go to swayhydration.com to get the newest drinks that's out right now, man. Listen, today we got my boy Andy Byhouse's the 100K play, man. What's going on, my boy?
What's going on with you? What's good?
Man, tell us about the 100K play, man. What's to that?
100K play, that's where we making 100K on every play that we do. So what we do is we build houses from the ground up.
Okay.
So we do it with credit card and the hard money lenders. We don't deal with no banks. It's too hard to get bank money.
Right.
Like, we got backgrounds. We don't got the documents to take to get money from a bank.
Right.
So it's easier for us to build up our credit profile, get high limit business credit card, 0% interest, build houses with that. We get to a certain stage, like the foundation and the walls. Then we have the hard money lenders come in and give us the rest of the money to finish the project. But now you see we got skin in the game, and we ain't got to spend on our own money. Our money come from the credit cards. But he don't know that. He just know that we got to a certain stage. Now that we there, they'll give us the rest of the money to finish the project.
Wow. When you started doing that?
I started building in 2020, but I've been in real estate since 2011.
Wow.
I started wholesaling back then. Stuff was still cheap. Then in like 2016, I started taking it serious. 2018, I started doing fix and flips. 2020, the market was kind of crazy. It was hard to find spread in between the deals. So I just started building. I never knew nobody to do it. I just knew that I had to do it because it was the next step up. So it took me like 4 months. I procrastinated. But then I realized that it wasn't hard as it was. I had my concrete guy. I had one guy. He showed me the game. He the one that got me all the way to the foundation of the house.
Right.
And he gave me a lot of the other people that I need to finish the project. So it's like he helped me build it without really helping me build it. And then once I did that one, I just went crazy with it. And now we just building multiple, me and my students.
Is it hard to like find people to help you do that type of stuff? Or you go through companies or you got your own company? How that work?
No, I don't go through companies. Basically, we find people on different job sites. So if you ride around and see somebody building, all you got to do is just pull over, go inside there, get the people number. 9 times out of 10, they ain't going to speak English.
Exactly.
So you're going to have a translator, translate on your phone, get their number. And what you want to know is basically their prices. Get like 3 different people in each thing, like a contractor,
a plumber,
HVAC, electrical guy. And just all you want to get 3 different quotes from everybody. And then once you get the quote, you kind of get an idea of how much it should be. And that's how we do. We just get all the people from job sites, or you get word of mouth. Some GCs may send you some of their people, but a lot of times those workers you got from the job sites, they'll introduce you to other workers that you need. Like if you find somebody that's a plumber, you ask them, do they know anybody that's a HVAC, or they know anybody that do roofing? They'll give you the contact, and sometimes they pay each other for making those connections.
Oh, okay. So as far as like somebody that's outside looking in and they're trying to like get a home, what would you suggest that they do? Like, should they buy it that's already built, or you think that, they should take your route?
It all depends on how soon they're trying to get in. Like, my route take time. The other route, like if you're gonna buy a house, you can buy a house right now, but you're gonna be paying way more for it. Like, we building houses for like down to half the price of what it's worth. So the houses that we build, we all in $150 on the build. We build 3 tools, 1,500 square foot houses. We $150 on the build. Our land costs us about $100. So we $250 in, and then they sell for like $425 to $485.
Damn, every time, huh?
Every time. That's why it's the 100K play. We don't make nothing less than 100. If it's less than 100, we won't even do the deal. We got a formula that we run to make sure we're gonna make over 100K every play that we do.
So then you got your students, they basically do business with you, and then y'all all just eat, so everybody eat.
Right. So yeah, I got a boot camp. I got a boot camp and a mastermind program. My boot camp is where I teach them everything that I do. So basically we go help them get, show them what their credit need to be like. They need to be over 720, over 5 positive accounts, and less than 2 inquiries. Once they got that, they can start getting these high-limit business credit cards. Once they get them high-limit business credit cards, then you can start, that's going to be your funding to do the project. And now you're going to start your project, get into the walls of the house. I showed them all this at the boot camp, though. Like, basically, we're going to get them an architect, engineer, general contractor, hard money lender. All of them come to the boot camp to speak. They talk to them. They give them the information they need. They could also use them. So basically, we get them that. We get them the credit play. We get them to play on how to get the high-limit funding. And then I show them the 40 steps on how to build. Like, I show them what I'm paying for everything, how to find the workers, how to find the land. So once they leave the boot camp, they know what to do and how to do it and what it look like.
Right.
Then the second day, that's one day. It's a 2-day event down in Tampa, St. Pete area in Florida.
Right.
And then the second day, we go on the trip. We go to all my projects and all my students' projects. So they get to
Wow.
see everything that we taught them the day before. So I got like over 20 people in my mastermind program. And majority, about 15 of those people are building right now. So we go to their projects and then we go to some of my projects. And then they get to actually see everything that we taught them.
Damn, that's hard. So basically, you just help them build up their portfolio.
Right, and that's the whole goal. Like the first thing I teach people to do, like the first 1 or 2 properties, you're gonna want to sell because your money ain't up yet. So you want to get your money right.
Right.
After that first 2, you want to start keeping them. So we keep them and we Airbnb. We do short-term lease. So we're gonna build it and build up. Basically, the whole goal is to build wealth for your family.
Oh, okay.
Like that's what we teach in wealth. We don't want to keep selling it. If you keep selling it, that's riches. You're gonna have money, but you ain't gonna have no wealth. The whole goal in this game is to have wealth.
Right. Right.
And you see all the people with money, all the rich people, they got, everybody got property.
Yeah.
Property is the wealth. Property is what's gonna make you the money. Just think about it. You sell a property, you can only sell a property one time. But if you own it, you could keep refining it multiple times. So you could keep getting money out that one property when it appreciate and the equity go up. So that's the whole goal, is to teach that instead of teaching people making this money one time.
Right, right. So as far as refinancing, is there any type of like finesse with that? Like, or do you have to have still a good credit score to refi, or how do that work?
No, they got DSCR loans. So with the DSCR loan, it go by the property. It go by how much the income the property is making. It don't go by your credit. So when we sell, I'm actually doing one right now, a DSCR loan on one of my properties. I got done with it like a month ago, so I'm finna do the DSCR loan before I actually put it on the market with Airbnb. So basically, they just going by the income that it's making. So for instance, mine gonna make like $32.50 a month. So they'll lend me up to $320,000. It's like 10% of what you're gonna make on it.
Wow.
And that's how we running the play.
Yeah, that's hard. I never even heard of that.
That's how we doing it. And
so
then,
as far as like your upbringing though, like, to actually get into all this, like what made you start doing all this? Like wanting to like, get in house building and stuff like that. Like what made you want to?
it was okay. I started, I was young, 16, teenager. I was getting in and out of trouble, in and out of the juvenile programs, level 6 program, 10 months. After that, I was out 6 months, went to the feds for conspiracy, drug charge.
Yeah.
Did 4 years in there. Then when I was in prison, I was actually reading real estate books and I was doing stocks. So every day I used to wake up, chart stocks every day. But then when I got out, I ain't really had the money to do that. That was just something that a nigga learned and that just to occupy his time.
Right.
But when I got out, I had a job, did that for like a year washing dishes because that's what I did in prison. And after that, I could just quit that and say I'm gonna go ahead and do selling clothes. I was selling clothes. I got on the corner. I bought me some baby fat, some throwback jerseys. That's when they was hot.
Yep.
I was selling that on the corner with some CDs. And at the same time, I was going to trade school in my city, learning how to paint cars.
Right.
So I did that for like 9 years. I was painting cars, opened up my own shop. After that, I seen my cousin boyfriend. He was a drug dealer doing his thing, but he had like 10 properties. And he was making 10 grand a month from those properties off rent.
Right.
So I was like, damn, if he could do it, shit, I could do it. Like, he ain't no different than me. And
Right,
that's what
same,
got me
exactly.
into real estate.
Yeah.
And then after that, that's when I started wholesaling. And then wholesaling, I seen that it wasn't too hard. Like wholesaling, where a lot of people start when they don't have the money. But it's actually 3 different levels of this: wholesaling, fix and flip, and new construction. So it's in that order. Wholesaling, you're gonna make 5 to 20 grand. When you're doing fix and flips, you're gonna make around 40 to 80 grand. When you're doing new construction, we make 100 to 200 on these properties. So you got to decide what level you on. And I realized I want to get to that top level, but I walked my way up. And now, it's what we're doing.
So long as I buy the land first, it's a guarantee that I'll make, anywhere from 100 to 200.
No, you got to buy the land in the right spot.
Oh, okay.
You can't just buy land anywhere.
So
you got to have
what
value.
What would you suggest that somebody that's watching, what do you suggest that they do as far as like if they had some money right now for some land? Like what would you look at? What areas? Stuff like that. Like how it works.
What you want to do when you're looking for land, I got a formula that we run.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm gonna give you the one exact number that we run in my city. So the houses that we build, they go for $450.
Right.
We're gonna average $450 because it's $425 to $480. So we're gonna use $450. We're gonna use that as the ARV. We're gonna subtract the amount we want to make. That's $100,000. So that's gonna leave you with $350. Then we're gonna subtract the cost that it costs us to build. That's $150,000 for a 3-2. Cause we build at $100 a square foot. 3-2, 1,500 square foot. So we're gonna subtract 150 from that. Where we at? From that 350, that leave us with 200. Now we're gonna subtract like 40%. 40% is miscellaneous costs, closing costs, all that stuff when you go to sell the property. You subtract that from there, that leave us with 160. So that lets you know that we could spend up to 160,000 to buy a lot and make 100,000 doing it. But if it's 160 at the maximum we could spend, we're not going to spend all that much. We want to go down to like 120, 110. Therefore, we got extra money and extra cushion.
Right.
So basically, that's how we run our numbers. That's how anybody that's trying to get land or trying to build houses, that's how you're going to run your numbers to make sure you get over 100,000 doing it.
That sounds decent, though. That sounds like some stuff I need to do, though, to be honest, though, shit. So you charge what for mentorship?
My mastermind program is 40 grand, but my boot camp is like 8,500.
How long usually that somebody be able to get to lock in with you?
Like my boot camp is a 2-day event down here in Florida, and my mastermind program, that's like a year process or until the house done.
Oh, okay.
So basically, you give me 40 grand, and then I basically get them all my contacts.
Right.
A lot of the people that's building, they building down here where I'm at, but they out of state. Right. Some people out of state, some people local. I got a lot of people actually down here that's up there doing it. But what we do is after they give me that, that's all the money I get. All the money from the project, that's theirs.
Oh, that's hard.
And it's hard. I get them. I don't middleman nothing. I get them all my contacts. You get all my subs, so they doing all the work. You calling them yourself. Yeah. You buying your own material yourself. So it ain't me middlemaning you or charging you more.
Right.
For my services. Once you pay me that one time, I'm out your way.
Like, what if I needed like help, like direct help to?
We Zoom calls every week.
Okay.
We have a Zoom call every week. They got access to my number. 2 of them called me on the way up here.
Right.
So it's like they got access to me all the time.
That's hard.
Like it's.
I like that.
And I'm there all the way until the project get finished. When they sell, they keep all the money. I don't get none of it.
What's the most money you think you made in a month off of doing this?
Which one?
Well, not in a month, but what's the most money? I'm gonna just say, what's the most money you think you made? Period. Like just doing this.
From a house?
Yeah.
Or just
from houses alone?
The biggest check I got so far is like, I bought my land for $45,000. I built the house for like $140. So I was in $190. I sold it for $425. And that was, I did that this year. And that was about 205, 210,000 for one house.
That's decent.
But I do multiple. I was doing 5, 6 houses at a time.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, 5, 6, 7.
But now we don't change it up because I'm finna start doing condos, not condos, but townhomes.
Yeah, and
the small subdivisions and little tiny home villages.
Right.
So that's my next move. That's like next year. That's all we doing. I just bought 3 lots. One of them an acre, one of them an acre and a half, and the other one like a 200 by 90. I'm finna put 3 townhomes on that one. The other one I'm finna put 8 on, and I got another one I'm put 6 on.
So we will have to pay you to know it, because like me, I wouldn't know exactly where to build at, right? So you would tell us exactly where we should buy our land, or you got an off-market guy too, like to get off-market deals and stuff like that?
Yeah, we got guys that could help you find land.
Oh, okay.
So it all depends on where you want to do it and where you at.
Right.
And then like also when they come to the boot camp, I get them a place to help them find. It's a lead list, like guys that you could buy leads to find land or to find properties. You ain't even got to be doing. You could be doing either one. Right. But basically, like they got probate, tax, delinquent, all type of stuff, all type of leads you could buy and just call the people or text them. And then that's how you go see if they looking to sell. And that's off-market deals. That's where you're going to get the best deals and the best prices from.
Right.
Instead of trying to find something on the market.
Right, okay. I mean, that should sound definitely like something that we need to tap in with after this, definitely. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to like build some stuff. I got some stuff going on out there in Texas, but I'm trying to do some stuff in Miami, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Miami land high.
That's why a lot of people come my way. Like I got probably like 20-something students from here.
Oh,
but they building in my area because we buying lots. Like down here, they saying lots around 250, 300.
Yeah.
Up there, our lots running 100, 120.
So with the profit, let's say we bought a lot in Miami, what type of profit will we have?
I don't really know the Miami market.
Yeah.
But y'all's houses, the land is higher, but you got to think the value higher also.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So the money still be in there, but we just be thinking about what we paying up front instead of what we going to make.
Right.
When you think about what you going to make on the deal, like you'll realize that the profit margin ain't really, well, the price of the land ain't really that bad when you're still making $300,000-400,000 on the deal.
Right.
So that's how you go in looking at it. Like if you buying a land for 250, 300, look and see what the house is sell for in that area. If it's selling for 600, 700, it's worth it.
Right. Damn, that sounds decent though.
So that you got to go in it. We can't go in. A lot of us, we go in looking at what it costs instead of what it's gonna make. When you
Right.
change that mindset and look at what it's gonna make first before what it costs, you'll know if it makes sense or not.
No, that sounds decent. Definitely sound. How many houses you have right now?
Right now, what I did, I had a whole bunch of old properties. I sold all my old properties, and I'm starting to build all my property brand new.
Like
all
modern?
my portfolio now gonna be brand new. I don't want nothing old.
Right.
So I got like 3, 4 already done that I'm renting out, Airbnb and all that. And then now I got like 12 lots that I got to build on.
Oh, damn. So the lots are that affordable though, like out there?
I bought my lots 3, 4 years ago when they were
Oh.
still 45.
Oh, right.
When I sold my first property, I just bought all lots with the money. Like I didn't take the money and buy nothing. I ain't get to enjoy it yet. I'm enjoying mine all at the end.
Oh,
So when I
smart.
throw these townhomes and these subdivisions and all that on there, that's when I get to eat. Right now I'm just floating and just keep flipping. I'm flipping right now.
So you gonna take the same lots and just put like the subdivisions and all that on the same lots, or instead of houses?
It all depends. Like, okay, I got one lot. It was in a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
It had, I split it into 6. So that lot, I couldn't do the townhomes on it because you got to see what it's zoned for.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do the townhome like I wanted to do. So I ended up selling those to my students. And my students going to build single-family homes on it.
Right.
Me, I'm trying to get out of single-family homes. I want to do all bigger projects. So I want to do, like, instead of making 100, 200,000, I'm ready to make the millions off one project.
Right.
So that's what I'm going into next year.
So usually when you do that, don't it cost more upfront though?
Yes.
Okay.
Way more. But you got to think, it's easier to get $1 million from a hard money lender than it is to get 200, because they got so much money to lend. They'll rather lend one person a big lump than to lend 5 people little squirts of it. That's just like being in the streets. When you got the man that's giving you the work. He'd rather give you 10 bricks than to go around and mess with 20 people to get them to spread it out that way, because now you got chance of them people not paying them back.
Right.
But you gave the nigga all these bricks, you got a chance of where he gonna give you that. You getting your money. You got one person to handle. Instead of handling all 20 of these people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing, but just different product.
So what exactly is like an ADU? I heard about it, like an ADU.
ADU is like a accessory dwelling unit. Like we do those also, and that's a way that you can live for free. So some houses, like they zone single family, it's not zoned commercial, but you're able to do more than one house on it. So basically, we do a house in the front, an apartment garage in the back. I know you probably seen those. Yeah, that's an ADU, accessory dwelling unit. That's what it's called. So basically, you could be zoned single family, and you could do that. So you could basically live in that front house, build your ADU in the back, rent that out or Airbnb it, and have that paying the mortgage for the whole thing. So it's like you basically living for free.
Yeah,
so we doing that too. We got a lot of my students building the ADUs. And then we also got another play that we running called a college play. So basically we got a house, it's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath. Each bedroom got its own bathroom in it. So we renting out the rooms. So you could put it by a college place and you just rent out the rooms.
I heard about the rooms.
We Airbnb hours though, $99 a day. So we able to make up to like $8,000 on that one project compared to if you rent it out to a regular tenant and make $2,000.
Wow, that is smart that you think. So basically it is, let's say if it's a college town somewhere, it's cool to basically buy like some land, build out, and basically turn, like, you can down there make like a fake dorm, but it's cheaper, right? Because it's close to the college. If somebody looking for Airbnb or somebody looking for somewhere to stay, they'll stay there instead of staying on campus because it's more. Right.
And then you got to think about it. They were still around their students. They're still around people with them, but everybody got their own room. Everybody got their own bathroom. So all they really got to come out for is the kitchen or the dining room, to eat or the cook. Other than that, they can do everything else in their room. We even put little refrigerators in the room. So they really ain't got to come out for nothing. You can do the college people with that. You can do ALF. You can do foster home. You could do insurance claims, like when stuff flood and people got to find somewhere to stay for 2-3 months.
Yeah.
You could do that. You could do traveling nurses. You could do anything with that house. But that's the way to do like a fourplex, but it's like a house. It's one house, but it's like a fourplex. You're getting incomes from 4 different doors instead of one.
So like, look, if I had like $1 million right now, right? And I was just like, look, we should work on, some lots right now. You would say, okay, Miami kind of high. I came out the St. Pete. I'm trying to work with you. Like, exactly what do you think I spend that whole $1 million on land, or you would just help me like buy land, we make the money, or how would that work?
It all depends on your outcome. What's your end goal? You looking to sell these properties or you looking to build your portfolio?
Be honest, I'm trying to build my portfolio.
Okay, so what we'll do, we'll probably take like 300 of that, 300, 400. We could probably get a couple acres. And then we could use the other 700 to start the process. And once we get to a certain stage, we could get the rest of the money from the hard money lender to finish it.
Right.
So therefore, you're able to do, just say, instead of spending all your money, you may only build about 4 or 5 townhomes. But by you just using your money to start and using a hard money lender, you're able to do 10 now. So basically, you're able to do more with using other people's money than you can do with your money. So the whole goal in this is to use other people's money just in case any risk happen. You know, this real estate. You can never control the market.
Yeah,
So if something happens, you'd rather have their money tied up than your money.
exactly.
So it's like you never go head first with all your money. Always go in to a certain stage with yours, then
Yeah.
use the other people's money to finish it. Therefore, if something happens or if another deal come up, you still got money to run to that next deal. You'll lose a lot of deals trying to tie up your money in real estate.
Right, makes sense. So you deal with a lot of lawyers and contracts and stuff like that whenever?
We did the title company do like a lot of the information.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
One time, like I got sued for my own property. So what happened was I was in the streets doing my thing around about 2011. I had done bought me a property.
Yeah.
I spent $70,000, but I couldn't show where the money came from. So what I had to do was go to somebody. You put it in your name, then you just quit claim deed it to me. When the person did that, it hit their name. I didn't know till like 5, 6 years later, you know, they had a judgment against them. So basically, they had a judgment for $125,000. But I was living in the house 4, 5 years before I even heard anything about this. So they came and sent me the paperwork. We ended up going to court, and I ended up losing.
Damn.
So the judgment that they had was $125. The people asked me how much would I be willing to pay, or how much do I want to sell it out for. And me, I just threw a number up. I said, I give you 75. So I had to end up paying them. They agreed to the 75. So I had to end up paying them $75,000 for a house that I already owned. I paid 70 for it the first time, gave him 10 to actually do the deal for me. And then later on, like, I didn't go through no title company. That was a quick claim deed, so that's why it came up. But if I would have went through the title company, they would have showed that he had the judgments, and then we wouldn't have had to go through all this.
So it's always better to go to a title company for everything.
Title company or attorney, you got to go through them to make sure they run a check on the property or the person that's selling it. Because some people may try to sell you a property that got if you quit claim deed it, you could buy a property that got loans on it that you don't even know about.
Damn.
So you go to the title company, they're going to tell you if it's clean and clear. But most people don't know that. Most people think, oh, we could just do a quick claim deed, put it in my name, but you don't know the risk that you're getting. The person that you buying it from, anything that's on that property is coming to you.
So everything that's on Zillow has a title company, basically?
Not necessarily. If it's for sale by owner, it ain't no title company. They could sell it. You could do a one-page contract and buy that.
Damn.
You could write, I want to buy this on a napkin. You sign it, I sign it. That's a binding contract.
What?
So you don't want to, for sale by owner, anything that dealt with a realtor that's on the MLS, that's going to go through a title company or attorney.
Okay.
But if it's for sale by owner, like that don't necessarily got to go through like when I was doing wholesaling and fixing flipping, I wasn't really going through no, we were finding stuff off market. So we just basically write our own contract. You could do the quick claim deed, but I don't recommend. But you go to the title company, give them a one-page contract, and let them clean it. Make sure everything clean before you buy it.
What was your biggest issues doing like wholesaling or fixing flips or even doing this?
Okay, doing wholesaling, the biggest issue was too much competition. So you got to think about it. I was just on the corner. I was just trying to put bandit signs out. I was just like doing small time marketing. You got big companies out here that's sending out $5,000, $10,000 worth of yellow letters every month. You got people with companies out here that's doing cold calling 10,000 people, a week, a month. So it's like that's your competition when you're wholesaling. When you're small, you really can't compete with that. By the time you call them, they already done been hit by these people, so now they cussing you out. So that was one of the problems with the wholesaling. And then think about it, you making 5 to 20 grand. It take you 5 deals to make 100,000. That's if you're making 20 per deal. That ain't really common. Like when you doing wholesaling, you averaging 5 to 10 grand. So it take you down there 10 deals to make 100,000. To get 10 deals, a lot of people don't even get 10 deals in a year when they wholesaling. So to try to make 100 is way harder doing wholesaling. When you're doing fix and flip, like the margin, when I got to doing that, my margin still wasn't the same, but my margin was still better. It was like 40 to 80K. But then after a while, like the price of the property started, being too high to where it wasn't no margin in between no more. Right. So that margin started going from 80K at the highest to like 60 to like 50. Now it's like it really ain't even worth it to hold it 4-5 months to make 40, 50,000. Compared to when you build one house, I'm making down there close to 200.
Damn.
So it's like, it only makes sense for me to start building. So when I started building, I stopped doing wholesaling. I started fixing and flipping because it didn't make sense to me no more. Like, that's just like being a street nigga. You on the corner, you at the store, posted up, you selling the work. Your plug is the middleman. So your middleman, the plug will be like, okay, it's two different plugs. You got the one that's overseas that's really bringing it in.
Yeah.
That's the man, that's fixing, that's new construction right there. Then you got the man that's in the States that's giving it out to the corner boys. That's like fixing flipping. The wholesaling is like being a corner boy. So it's like basically you got to choose which one you want to be.
I get it, yeah.
You want to be the corner boy, the one out there taking all the risk?
Yeah, I'm trying to be the plug.
That's the wholesaler.
Yeah.
You want to be the middleman, that's the one supplying them. When they get knocked off, they going to tell on you.
Yeah.
So that's the middleman, that's the fix and flip, or you want to be the plug that's overseas. Like they barely get touched, they barely get known, but they making the most money. And that's new construction.
Right, you're right about that. That's crazy.
That's the 3 different levels of real estate.
Because I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people getting rich off new construction. I feel like a lot of the people just don't understand. That's why it's good, like somebody like you know it inside out. You know what I mean? And you willing to give up the plug.
The thing is, most people think it's hard. It's hard.
It look hard.
It's hard, but it ain't hard as you think.
Yeah, it look hard.
Most people like us don't do new construction. They've been doing it for the longest.
Yeah.
But we think it's for them. Like we think, they take the risk. They take more risk than us. That's why they make more money than us.
Right.
But now we realize that now we could do it too. Like all my students, they first-time home builders. Like some of them never owned the home, but they building their first home. So it's like, it's easier to build a home than to try to buy something and try to, get something that, ain't gonna be worth it in a long time. And another thing too is like, I was thinking about when I was doing fix and flips, a lot of times, a lot of these homes you be buying that's from way 1950, 1960, they got asbestos in it. Or sometimes like if just say, for instance, you buy a house somebody had, and then like the roof had caved in.
Yeah.
When they fix that house, they're not tearing down all that wood and re-putting it up. All they doing is cleaning the surface, and they get patching it up, and they finna sell it. So you selling stuff, it's like you selling bad dope. Yeah. Like you selling properties that still have mold in the wall. People that buying that got mold. The outside of it got asbestos siding on it still. So you selling bad product. But the average person don't know that. They just think about the quick money.
So a house that we see on like Zillow or MLM or something like that, like that's $2.5 million. How much we'd pay for it? Like me and you, like how much we'd get that house for? Basically wholesale.
So how much we'd build it for?
Yeah.
Okay, basically if it's 2.5, I'll give you some real numbers. All right, I got somebody down here in Southwest Ranch. You know what that's at? That's down here. Yeah, they building homes for $4-5 million. Selling between 12 to 18 million.
Damn.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's them real numbers. Like them people like
so I get what you're saying.
They want to team up with me and
money.
they want me to help, get things orchestrated with them. Like, help bring more investors to them. So they building 4 or 5 million down here and they selling 12 to 18 million in Southwest Ranch. You know the area, so you know what the numbers is over there.
Damn. So as far as like LLCs, do everybody put their homes under LLCs, S corporations? Do you know anything about that? Like as far as with trust and stuff?
Yeah, we do trust. Like we got trust is the best way to go, and sometimes you can have your LLC manage your trust. So basically, you still got control of it. You just be the trustee on your LLC.
Smart. So like as far as what you think about, like you got a financial advisor or what?
No, I don't got no financial advisor. Like to anybody that's in the league playing these sports, I'll say fire your financial advisor because they're gonna put the money in stock market or things that they think gonna do good. Yeah. A lot of them, that your whole goal is to get money in real estate. You want to get something that's tangible, something that you could touch, something you could control. Like that's why if you look at most of the wealthy people in America, or not even America, they're anywhere. They own real estate.
Yeah.
So you want to get into real estate, start building real estate, start leaving stuff to your kids, kids, your family. And a lot of things you could do, like instead of giving your family money all the time, you know they're going to come asking you for money.
Yeah.
All you could do is just build them a store. Build them a apartment complex. Let them manage it. Give them something to do. But give them something to where it's going to be making money during the process.
Right.
Like, and it's going to be appreciating it the whole time, like the whole time you're owning it. So if you want to give them something, like you want to buy your family a house, build some townhomes. Let them live in one of them.
Right.
That way you can refi, get your money back, and it ain't cost you nothing. You out them a whole house, now they living for free. It ain't cost you nothing.
Right.
But if you just going to give them money, let them go buy stuff, like they wasting money instead of helping you make money.
No, for sure. What you think about overseas? Like, we've been traveling, going to Colombia, you know, we going to Thailand, you know what I'm saying, different places. What do you think about like I know the United States, you know, pricey, but when I go over there, I be like, the prices be unbelievable, but the Airbnbs, we be paying top dollar type shit.
Right.
It don't be like crazy high, but it be like, I know they checking the bag over there for to be over there.
Right. And you got to think about it too. It's the same process. Building a home, work everywhere. It's the same everywhere.
Okay.
Only thing changes is the numbers. So basically, a lot of people coming, like I got some people too that's building over there. They building in, I think, Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So they just taking the same process, taking it to a whole nother spot, and you getting cheaper labor over there. So you building the houses way cheaper over there, and then they just doing the same thing like you said, Airbnb for the tourists. All the tourists come in, and then, you know, they renting it, you know, making the same type of money, but it costing them way less to build a property. So it's money everywhere, and it works everywhere. You just got to figure out where you want to do it and what's your end goal. That's the number one thing. Like, you don't want to keep selling them because you don't want to keep getting all that cash. You get too much cash, you got to pay a lot of taxes.
So you wouldn't, like, okay, so you wouldn't ever buy a house that's already built again?
No, never.
Yeah, because you know that you going.
The only way I buy a house built, if it's worth $400, they getting it to me for $100.
Right.
Because I'm
you know you get scammed down there. You know you jump.
Yeah.
So you coming right in that thing with equity.
Right. That's the only way it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Other than that, it don't make sense for me to buy another house that's already done. I'm building straight from the ground up, anything I do. And then now I'm starting to realize that the single family homes, like, that's like the starter package. The end goal is to start doing multifamily, apartment complexes. That's where the real money is.
Yeah, I heard.
So it's like the single family, get your feet wet, learn what to do, how to do it. But after that, your end goal should be multifamily. 10 units, 4 units, 5 units. Like, you want to get into that, have a whole bunch of those. Because you think about it, like, if you got a bunch of single family homes, you got a bunch of roofs, you got a bunch of ACs, all that you got to take care of. If you got a 5-unit complex, you got one roof. You got one roof to worry about. All your properties, all your money coming from one spot. You ain't got to go all over the city. That's just like, okay, go back to the streets again.
Yeah.
All right, if you the plug, you in the city, you got one house right here that's making you all your money. So that means you got one person that you're giving the work to. You don't want to work with 5 different properties or 5 different people.
Yeah.
Because now you got 5 different risks that you're taking.
Okay.
I'd rather take risks with this one and make my money from this one.
No, that's smart as hell.
Same thing.
That's smart. Do you do all that, or you got somebody for that, or?
No, all right. Basically, what we kind of like a GC, but we not a GC. We ain't got the license, so we like, okay, the streets. We the middleman.
Yeah.
Like, basically, the workers is like the people selling the drugs. The hard money lenders is people that's supplying the drugs. So we getting the money from them. We controlling the money, but we getting it to the workers. The workers is the dope boys, the corner boys. They out there selling it. So that's how it is in this. So what we do is we get the workers, we get the money from the credit cards. We get the architect to draw it up.
Yeah.
After we buy the land, we get it surveyed. Architect draw it up. Architect get it to the engineer. Engineer stamp it. After the engineer stamp it, we get it to the GC, the general contractor. General contractor turn it in to get the permit for us.
Okay.
That take anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks for that permit to come back. After that happen, then we just go straight into building. So we got to do our own building. We hire our own subcontractors. We just pay the GC to pull the permit for us. He don't do none of the work. Because if he did the work, he going to charge you way more. So basically, we build at 100 a square foot. If the GC was to build it for you, he going to charge you $150 to $250 a square foot. So we cutting him out.
Right.
So basically, we like our own GC. That's why I say we like our GC, because we got to find our own subcontractors to do the work. And that's the only way we able to do it so cheap. Other than that, we'll be doing it if it's worth 450. We may be doing it at right on 350 by paying the GC to do it. 350, 400.
Yeah, okay.
So we cutting the middleman out
Yeah,
and doing it
smart as
ourselves,
hell.
and that's why we're doing it so cheap.
So like, what if people hit you up and they from out of town? Let's say like me, I want to build a house in Atlanta, right?
Right.
And I want to do an inside pool, like a mini inside pool, but I want an outside pool, basketball court, everything, right? And I was just thinking like, okay, I seen land for like 150, 200,000, you know, and I'm just thinking like, damn, like how could I, the same thing that you was thinking, like, well, you were saying, I do the same thing. Like if I'm riding around a housing district and I see workers, I just don't speak Spanish. And I'm like, damn, I want to just walk up to them because they work for somebody. Now, if I
Right.
call a number and I'm knowing I'm getting taxed if I go through it.
Right.
So that was the perfect, when you said that, I'm like, yeah, he know what he talking about. Cause I was on the same thing. I'm like, I gotta get them guys right there. But what would I need to do though is to be able to build that type of house out there? Like, would you, like, let me ask you something. What would somebody have to pay you to come out there to help them with that? Or would it be too hard because you based in Florida?
Yeah, I wouldn't really do it. It's easier for me to teach them how to do it
Yeah.
because that's not my market.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's not.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have my workers there.
Yeah,
So basically, we'll have to
yeah,
find
okay.
a whole new team there.
Yeah,
So that's a whole new
sure.
process.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people building like where I'm at because
Right.
we already got the team set up. Either an hour and a half radius, so
Oh,
they'll
okay.
go about that far. So just say we doing Tampa, St. Pete, Bradenton, Newport Richie. Like those are the areas that we covering and all my workers
Okay,
to go
okay.
to. So I like keeping stuff. I did in Ohio. I was trying to do and I was doing fix and flips. I went to Ohio, tried to get in the Ohio market. I don't like being out of state because now you got to find boots on the ground. You got to find somebody that you can trust and actually believe that they'll fix your property. And then another thing, it was snowing up there, so it's like 2-3 months. Well, I can't even make no moves. So a lot of people try to get me to go out of state, go to different states, but
Right.
ain't nobody like us. We could work
Nah,
year
for sure.
round.
Yeah,
We ain't
you're
got
right
no
about
snow.
that.
We
You're
don't
right
have no
about that.
problems.
So like as far as the area you at, like, is it more like what's the area like? Is it going up in value? Like how is it?
Oh yeah, we got one of the best markets. One of the
Okay.
best markets. Like we like I say,
I know Tampa getting a little bit more expensive, right?
yeah, but St. Pete higher than Tampa.
It is?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
Tampa
know
bigger.
that.
You got to think Tampa way bigger. Tampa got four or five different hoods.
Oh.
St. Pete got one hood. St. Pete is the only city in Florida that's on the peninsula, surrounded by water. We surrounded by water always. Miami got one side of water. We got water across the whole thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
we like on the peninsula. So that's why the value of St. Pete is so high. Like we spending like the prices I'm telling you, $450. That's in the hood. That ain't in no good area. I'm talking about we selling properties $500,000 in the hood.
Damn.
The good, you go on the north side. The good side, you can add another 100 to 150 on that.
So it's
For the
so
same
for instance,
house.
let's say if I want a real nice house, you can help me find a real nice house out there that's like I'm talking about mansion style.
Yeah, you could build. Let me tell you, this is a nugget. Y'all better tap into this. All right, so in our city, what we could do is like we could find a house. You could find a house just been built.
Yeah.
You could go to the call the city, give them that address, and they'll be able to give you the plans for that house. So you could build that same house that you seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what the?
I know, right?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
So you could build that same house that you seen, or any house that you could find. You could go to the city, get the plans for that house, and build that same house.
Damn, that's hard.
And it's
I never
like
knew
most
that.
people don't know that.
Yeah,
like
I ain't
you
know
don't
that.
have to spend all this time trying to find a design for a house.
Right.
You could just find a house that you like, and you can mimic it. You could take some stuff out of there you want to change. Like the pool here, you may not be able to do the exact same house because of the architect that did it may try to sue you if you do the same thing.
Right.
But you could do something real close. All you gotta do is change a couple things on it. And you'll be able to go ahead and rock with that. So you can work smart instead of hard.
Right. No, I want to do that. So you said the north side, and I probably pay about $250, $300 for the land?
No, on the north side, the lots ain't too much higher. So basically, the lots on the north side, you may get 150, 180. But you're still making that big jump of income on the end, making that 100 to 150 extra.
Damn.
So it's all about where you want to build and like, cause you gotta think it's all surrounded by water. So they trying to, sooner or later, all of it gonna be like the new Miami. It's gonna get expensive like down here,
right?
Because we surrounded by water. We the only one, and everybody want to go to the water. 10 minutes either way, you going to the beach.
Oh damn, I didn't know that. Yeah, that is a smart place to build at.
Right.
So but basically, you putting them houses in the hood and then you still checking the bag. That's still decent though.
But yeah, I think we put it in the hood, but who buying it?
Right.
So it ain't gonna be the hood no more.
Right.
It's the hood now, but it
Yeah.
ain't gonna be the hood no more.
Right.
So we basically, that's why I say we keeping some of them. Like if we don't start keeping them, we gonna get kicked out the hood or either get kicked out the city. Because we not buying them. We not the ones buying them because we gonna say, oh, that's too high. I'm not spending that to live there.
Any downfalls to this? Like any like anything that you just wish that can be better, like about the situation as far as like, you know,
What I wish I had better is a better plug for funding, easier money.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for somebody to drop the bag on me. Yeah, here go a couple mil, go do your thing.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for. Like, I hate going through the process of getting a hard money lender, getting them to trust you, getting them to believe, like going through that criteria.
Yeah.
I'm looking for, like, that's why I'm trying to go into the league. I'm like finna start dealing with ball players.
Athletes,
Like, they got the money
rappers,
that don't
yeah.
know what to do with it. Like, basically I'm finna show them like this how it really works. This what everybody else doing. When they financial advisors get your money, this is what they're investing in. But you paying way more doing it through them because everybody middleman you.
Right.
Like, we straight to the source. We like Frank Lucas when he went cross seas. We going straight to it. We getting the maximum amount.
Right.
So basically, you teach them how to do it themselves, or show them they can have somebody in their family member that the one that they giving all this money to for free. Here, you go over here and you run this. So now you making more money, and now you got somebody running it that you ain't got to just keep throwing money to. They making them earn their money.
How could they reach you, bro? Like, how could they, get in tune with you? Give them all your social medias.
Okay, we got Andy by House is on everything. We got Instagram, we got Facebook, got TikTok, and we got YouTube. Instagram, that's the one I'm on the most. So if you want to tap in, you really want to get, I'm the one responding. I don't have no bots hit you back. I don't have no VAs hit you back. I'm the one contacting you. So
Yes,
just
sir.
follow me on Instagram, Andy by Houses. And then you really trying to get in the game, text game to this number, 727-977-2815. Text game to 727-977-2815. And I'm going to hit you back. And then that's going to get you in my free community.
Hey, man, y'all know what's going on. Famous and Wealthy Podcast. Tap in with my boy, Andy by Houses. I'm going to be tapped in with him, definitely, man. We finna start building. And, hey, hopefully we see one of y'all soon. You feel me? Yeah.